Super Belt Subway is one of several new tracks coming to Mario Kart 8, so you know what that means. It's time to break it all down and to cover all of its shortcuts and hidden details. And let me tell you, there's a lot of them. So let's begin at the starting line, which takes place in the terminal portion of Super Belt Subway. And sure enough, there are Super Belt logos all over the place, including on the starting line, on the suspended signs, and even on the garbage cans. Exciting, right? Now what's really cool about this stage is how much it looks like an actual subway. I mean, we have a map of the local region on the right, directional signs on the left for tickets, bathrooms, and transportation, including specific directions to the 6 and 4 lines. Could that be a Nintendo 64 reference? We also see some of the myriad vending machines found around this place, including these two which are branded as Burning DK and Moo Moo Meadows Milk, both of which are brands we've seen elsewhere in the game. And look, you can even see the milk bottles inside, as well as a Royal Patisserie branded one nearby. And of course, we can see some of the spectators that are found all over the terminal, which include Yoshis, Toads, and Shy Guys. Now just ahead are a couple of shops. The one on the left is Tropical Bakery, complete with chalkboard menus that list weekly specials, sandwiches, and has another Bell logo. And the shop on the right is Fun Flower, complete with the Piranha Plant logo, and has some chalkboards all its own, including one that says Mario Kart. And it just so happens to be manned by a Pianta. Now just a little further ahead, we can see a sign that lists the 2 upcoming train platforms, one of which is heading for Yoshi Valley, and the other to Music Park. Now, as the hallway bends slightly left into the first set of item boxes, we can see a pair of advertisements for Fountain Cafe and Yoshi's Egg Market, which are also businesses found elsewhere in the game. Now, just across from them are some ticket booths manned by Toads. But if you don't want to buy from them, you can also go to the nearby ticket machines too. And just above them is a detailed map of the subway, which lists all of the subway stops along its 4 lines, which just so happen to be locations from Mario Kart 8, like Dry Desert, Baby Park, Sunshine Airport, and more. Lots more. I mean, we could list them all, but we're pretty sure that'd be really boring. But what's also interesting about this map is that it basically reveals the geography of how Mario Kart's world is laid out, which is both kind of neat and completely pointless. Now as you turn the corner, you'll see a couple of new ads, including the 1UP Mushroom Car Insurance Group, and let's be real, who couldn't use an extra life or 2 when driving, as well as another ad for Princess Orange. You'll then pass through some fare gates which open automatically on approach. And yes, there is indeed a bell on the built-in screen too. Okay, so here we are finally at the boarding platforms. And sure enough, the one on the left is bound for Yoshi Valley, whereas the one on the right will take you to Music Park. And just like any good station platform, there's a handy clock right here, as well as an alarm bell right above it. Now as you drop down the stairs to the waiting area, we can see a detailed sign on the right giving a stop-by-stop breakdown of the line, which again consists of actual locations from Mario Kart 8. And there are a few more new ads on the left too, including Royal Patisserie and good old Mario Kart TV. Now in what has to be a huge safety violation, the platform drops directly into the subway tunnel, where you'll of course encounter various subway trains heading in both directions. And they'll cause you to spin out if you hit them, but you can also give them a taste of their own medicine if you have a star. And as you might have guessed, you'll find the Bell logo plastered all over them too, including on the front and back, in 3 different places on the side, and even on the escape hatches on the roof. Anyways, at first, the tunnel bends to the right and splits early on. The both routes lead to a second set of item boxes. Now the lower path sticks to the tracks, while the upper one leads to a speed boost along a graded catwalk, which eventually terminates with a drop that you can perform a stunt off of. But let's back it up for a second, because there's some pretty cool graffiti around here, like on the left wall here, which features a bomb and says bomb plugs. Then just ahead are 3 Koopa shells along a support beam, and just below them is a Bullet Bill launcher on a column, followed by Bullet Bills on 3 of the following columns. But just before the Bullet Bill launcher, the track splits again, this time with a right path leading up to an early pair of item boxes and onto another graded catwalk. And if you take that route, you have the option of either riding out for some time to another stunt drop, or you can drop off early for another item box, either at the main side on the tracks, or by taking another split path up the left side, which leads to another speed boost and a pair of item boxes all its own. And that path eventually leads to a glider ramp that will let you fly to just before the end of the tunnel. But let's back it up again, because there's some more cool graffiti around here, starting with this fancy artwork of a piranha plant underneath the left path. And by the way, did you notice something about the cables that run underneath it? Yeah, 2 of them are red and blue, like Mario, which stands out compared to all the other gray ones around here. Now just after the left path ends, you'll find some rather elaborate graffiti that recreates World 1-2 from the original Super Mario Bros. Look, it even says World 1-2 all along the side, as well as in the corner, and they feature the same distinct bricks, black background, as well as the initial set of question blocks, and even the same enemies, including Goombas and Koopa Troopas. Oh, and the next few support columns have been painted that look like warp pipes, complete with piranha plants coming out of some of them. At any rate, the tunnel bends right once more, before concluding with a split path on either side, though it doesn't really matter which path you take, as they all have speed boosters. Now real quick, there are 2 more things we haven't mentioned about the tunnel yet. For one, at just about any point, you can drop from a higher path onto one of the passing trains for a speed boost, which is pretty cool. And 2, whenever you're on the lower level of the tunnel, you can always cut along the inside wall using a speed boosting item, which is especially useful for the final turn, which is a pretty big shortcut. Anyways, once you're done with the tunnel, you'll then pop up back into the terminal for the third set of item boxes, where you'll find even more ads, including a billboard for Mario Kart 8 on the left, Princess Orange on the right, followed by one for 100% organic anti-freeze. You'll then head upstairs where you'll find a pair of banners for the Rainbow Exploration Agency for Rainbow Road, just before the track banks left. And here you'll find a bell fountain on some artificial grass that you can cut across using a mushroom. But if you stick to the outside, you might notice a few more cool details, like an ad for Dry Desert, the bathrooms, and Coconut Cafe, which serves all kinds of sweets, including cookies that look like they came right from Sweet Sweet Canyon, which kinda makes sense seeing as they have a poster featuring that track right there. In addition, we can see a magnet from Moo Moo Meadows on the fridge, and although it's hard to say for sure, it looks like the drinks here may have Yoshi eggs, as well as Cheep Cheeps on them. And finally, after all that, you're back at the finish line. And there you have it, that's everything we could dig up on the Super Bell Subway track. But as always, let us know if we missed anything by posting in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and make sure to stay tuned to GameXplain.com for more on Mario Kart 8 and other things gaming too.